I'm not eating a burger. I'm not eating lunch at all. Hello, Eagle. Seiko, Nemo. Have keys for Marvel Midnight Suns, a skin for that game, Origami 2, OTXO, Red Lantern, Hell Pie, and Twin Mirror. I have no idea what most of those games are. I'll have to look into it later. Are you okay? I heard the news. What? Pray tell, what is the news? The news that you're a really cool streamer and not bald. How do you know the second part? I could be bald. I could have shaved off my head this morning. Hey, hold on. Just for Seiko. I have played and own through Game Pass Origami 2. If Seiko is very excited, you can do with what the codes you wish there, Eagle. It's the news! Well, fair. Hi, my grandpa's taking a nap. Well, that's about to get complicated. Do you want any of the others? I don't know what any of the others are. I know I don't want Marvel Midnight Sun or the skin. Or Origami 2, because as mentioned, I don't know what the rest of these are. I don't know. But thank you. Hi, Mikey. I think I said hello already, but... How big is your household? What? What do you mean? How's it going, mate? Mikey, I don't like that. I don't like your progression into being English. Why not? Because then I have to start making fun of you. And I'll say, hey look Mikey, beans on toast, and I don't think you want that. Shit, you're right. Yeah, we all know Australians almost just as bad. You know, I'd be going, darn. So drop those U's. Mikey is too tall to be Australian? Sylvie's Australian and she's like 6'7", you know that? Now, I'm going to admit, this is either going to be a very sporadic or short stream. Either or. Depends on a few factors. So maybe we just do the trial and end the stream. As a warning. What is this? Oh, Grandpa's alright? Well, I mean, he's napping right now. But I have a handful of things I've been tasked that realistically I should be doing at a certain point. And as long as he's napping, I don't want to wake him. Hi, Beacon. I'm into the music. Let's do this. Okay. Happens to crash will understand. What? Resident Evil. I'm thinking it's like a Payday game. No. Very grungy. Killzone 2. That'd be grungy. Right franchise, let's do 3. Okay. I own DLC in Little Big Planet for this game. Because we thought the armor looked cool. Payday 3 got Mediocre Zone. Mediocre Zone. Mediocre reviews. Yes. It is, because it's a game that is tied to only... What am I trying to say? Online stuff sucks. As far as I can tell, its launch kind of solidified how bad it is for people. You paid for Little Big Planet DLC? A handful, yes. We really like that game. I can tell the game by their walls. This is Wordle for January 31st, 2024. Should not be spoiled. These are just Alt-Tab. What's a word we want, I guess? Like, glare is a word I said out loud, but I won't tell you the results, so I'm just gonna move on. Whoops. I mean, you know, it's not that bad. You know what I started with. You don't know how it went, you know? It could be this. That would be a good guess. Can't do it. Not how you spell that. Good. I'm glad. I'm so happy. Qatar or Egypt? Is it me or the World Wars becoming worse every day? There's only so many words. Kinda makes sense. Oh, and today we actually get to see this. It hasn't bugged out. I'd rather have distance and direction than direction and circle. It's weird, this is blurred, but okay. As I say, this looks German. So technically it could be Belgium. Volksbank. Is that not available in Belgium? Pregnant? Ooh. Who is embarazado? Wait, hold on. No, that's not a verb. I was gonna say, I think that just implied it was me. But no, it's not a verb. So I did not imply that I was pregnant. Right? Onto the donor. Because you've come so far, and look how many countries they released since launch. And you get to the top right. You can say... Please say northeast. Please. I beg you. Please. Go ahead. Capital enter another way. I off to myself see it's in top right. Okay, that's fair. Because you have to understand there are a handful of people who would do that on purpose. To be like, okay, Mr. doesn't know east and west. Right. And I go, no. But it does mean worse. It does mean... Go ahead, Eagle. I'm gonna say that counts. No one would do that. Oh yeah, no one. No one would, and no one has ever. Is this Egypt? Nope. We have Lesotho. Let's say. We got. I guess outside here. Sparkasse. Objectification. Hey, Dragon. Welcome. Respect. De uns nuch oder hilfst du uns schon? Why is that in English? I had no idea how you know these genuinely. There are only like 5 choices. What do you mean? I want to come here. I want to come to Castle House Baron. Could be Bavaria. Marienstrasse. Manfred Otto. Isn't Strasse? I know that bee-looking symbol is not a bee. Strasse. Yeah. Yeah. And now. Yeah. Malta. Yeah. Hey, Eddie. Pretty much in the middle. Alright. Nice. What other sign? I know what I prefer, based on what follows. Excellent. It's German again? You're outside of Pettendorf? Sport SJ is this whitest fan. Thank you. I appreciate that. A road for bikes. I'll let you know. What we do in America is we take over roads that we already paved for cars and then dedicate one lane to a bike on occasion. People hate it. Where is Pietendorf? I thought that was a T. No one drives here because there are cars 2-inch distance driving from you. It's possible this is Denmark? Cars still driving bike lanes? Oh no, me too. Just on occasion. I think I just have to get over it, and we'll do this. Alright. Well, this is nice. This is Germany again. Just a German day. Sourland? Where's Sweetland? Bad joke. Only Germany run. That's not true. We had Lesotho. Western area. I appreciate you. Oh, oh. Okay. Whoa. Hello, Jeezy boy. Okay, does anybody know where, like, it's people have dumped 500 crosses? Does anyone know this monument? There's just a boatload of crosses. USA. Good guess, but it's not an option. It seems it's in Lithuania. Good enough. We're gonna see a Bella of Crosses. I know the place. Cities or signs? Two cities or two signs? Cities. Pasto. This Mexico City? I think so. Honestly, there are parts of Mexico City. I love just how full of plant life it is. Germany. And cables. Yeah, but I like the plants more than the cables. So green. You know, of plants? Yeah, but they aren't like... Mexico City's like dense with it, you know? There's plants everywhere. Like, yeah, the city I live by does have some plants, but it's nowhere near as, like, crazy. Not a single pair of lederhosen. Like, this has plant life, but it's like, I mean, other than over here, obviously. Not as dense. Texas only has cactuses. No. American suburb plants like the same trees every 40 feet on the curb. Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank God, someone told me it's Germany. That's of Hamburg. Okay. No way. Oh my... Texas grows Galox. I'm gonna guess this is Eastern. Solely based on giant fields. That was not Eastern. Oh yeah? There you go. Alright, world flag or sign. Isn't this song people don't like? I like how I say that every time it comes up. Hey, isn't this the game? Isn't this the song people don't like? It's Germany again. I hate this song, thank you. No problem. Hold on, triangulator? Okay. There's Hamburg. Oh, don't worry. It's over. What do you not like about it? If I may be so brave. It sounds psychedelic. That's a problem. Alright. I think this is what drugs do to you, and I never took any. Alright.
What an obsession for... how do I say that?
Marche Tobe, Your Honor, the fixie of the archipelago.
Right, let's try it. What is obsession?
Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is okay, Herr Judge.
Very well, Prosecutor Gavin.
Ah, my opening statement, yeah?
I don't know. Actually, there was something else I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah?
Oh, say you're going to visit someone in the hospital with an incurable disease. What do you say to them?
Eh?
I mean, you wouldn't say get well soon, right? You'd only be kicking them when they're down.
What are you talking about?
Actually, I'm just going to visit someone who's terminally ill right after this trial. Chief Justice's son.
Chief Justice?
His son's afflicted with a most terrible disease. He doesn't have long, it seems.
Ah!
Oh, so I thought I'd go pay him a visit. No, I thought about saying something moving might be the order of the day.
Why don't grown-ups just say what's on their mind instead of pretending? She's looking at me with something like disgust. Hey, what are you looking at me like that for?
In any case, I'm a bit busy today, so let's wrap this up quickly. Prosecutor Gavin, your opening statement, briefly.
Sure luck, Herr Judge. I believe you'll be going on your hospital visit sooner than you think. Chief of Justice, is that Emma's old sister? Maybe. He's suffering from iPad addiction. First to reveal the victim in this case, Romain Letus, age 35, global manager for Diva Songstress L'Amour. Case of death, blood loss due to being shot by a large caliber revolver. The report has all the details.
The court accepts this into evidence. 45 caliber. Quite large, isn't it? Right here on that could knock a man off his feet.
Better never. However, the bullet struck him in his shoulder. The damage to the body was slight. Death was not immediate. Sadly, his blood loss was that he could not be saved.
Suppose the victim's condition could have been much worse, considering.
2 shots were fired. 1 shot missed. The other penetrated and passed through the victim's shoulder. Both bullets were found in the wall at the scene. Observe the diagram. This is where the bullets hit. I think they could have saved him. Maybe. It's too much blood loss. I'm gonna check on something. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Yep, he's still napping. Anyway, this is where the bullet hit.
I see. What accepts this into evidence?
Murder took place in black areas only based on Part 2 cases. True. I actually think that's real. My personal theory.
If we're talking about a 45 caliber revolver.
My personal theory is that the shot occurred from either out here, where there's that little box, into the other room, or what's-her-face hid inside the fridge here and then ran out while people were coming into the room. Because I think this guy was murdered by Madame Wow, whatever her name is. Killer hiding in the cupboard, killer hiding in the noodles, killer was probably hiding in the mirror. Shut the mirror and it bounced back. Does Grandpa snore loudly? Not really, but he does snore. I think we open the fridge. Well, don't you remember, there was like a, whoa, did someone just leave the room? And this guy was like, what? We're like, okay, whatever. Yes, Winnie? That's not the time to whine at me. Okay, I'll be back sooner than that. Apparently Winnie decided I need to go back out there. When he said it was time to wake up Grandpa. Hi. He's good. Winnie may whine whenever she needs to, good sir. It's insurance fraud. But there's someone you haven't met yet? I don't know. The siren's acting real suspicious.
Or if we're talking about a 45 caliber robber, excuse me. Let's assume that together was adept at the weapon's use.
Really? Yeah, apparently weapons that size have a powerful kickback. If, say, the judge tried to fire one, it'd break every bone in his body.
Our defense will take more care in choosing examples.
As I was saying, the victim was shot backstage in a dressing room. This dressing room was only one entrance, this door.
That does seem to be the case, yes.
What about the vent? And also the side door, like this. However, there are witnesses who heard the gunshots. It's talking about you and Emma, huh? Yet when the witnesses entered the room, it was empty, save for the victim's body, of course.
But that's impossible.
Exactly. This murder was impossible. For all but one person.
Oh, one person?
That is, of course, the defendant, Marty Tway.
Well, this defendant could have committed the crime, but how?
It's quite simple. The circumstances of the crime scene make it clear.
Oh, very well. There should be enough testimony to back up this claim. Please show the witness in the stand. To the stand. Bib, bib.
Should name and profession, please? I'm a Sky. I'm a detective for the police department. I was in security detail at the concert for him that night. Emma seems tired somehow.
Security of the concert, you say?
It's not security I was. Couldn't even stop a murder.
Well, don't blame yourself. Things like this happen. I've made even bigger mistakes in my career, you know.
I'm sure that makes her feel much better. I want to hear about these bigger mistakes. Well, in any case, because you have all security details, the crime was quickly discovered, and if you're able to identify the killer, you may give the court your testimony if you would. Describe the circumstances of this day and discover your crime, please. Alright. He dropped the bus from the vents. Night of the murder, I was on security backstage at Prosecutor Gavin's request. Only people involved in the concert in some way were allowed backstage. At the beginning of the third set, I had shots. Went to the room, filled with blaring rock music around the body. Examined the scene and determined the only defendant could have done it. Only the defendant could have done it.
It was lucky the detective was the first on the scene.
That door was the only way out of the room, right? Yeah, pretty much. I don't get it. How can they say that Machi did it? Looks like we need a bit more information.
Oh, very well. Defense may begin the cross-examination.
The night of the murder was the night the concert, yeah? That's right. What was the detective doing on security detail night, might I ask? If it was only a concert. My thoughts exactly, but orders are orders, even they come from rock gods. Prosecutor Gavin. Yes, allow me to explain. I experienced that day, you might say. The stench of conspiracy. That day at the concert hall. Conspiracy? Well, isn't it obvious? My keys. That whole morning, no, the whole day was ruined. And it's all because someone stole my keys. I couldn't ride my hog to the show. I couldn't open my car keys. There he goes again. Isn't it possible he simply misplaced them? Misplaced them! Misplaced items don't just wander into a murder victim hand on their own.
Oh, but this, Prosecutor Gavin, if your keys were in the victim's hand, that makes you a prime suspect.
Love, slow acting and no, after crime is waiting for you. He's singing something. Does everything in this guy have to be so over the top? The killing happened in the middle of my concert. I was like a sailor adjusting the sea of sound. Anyway, I didn't want anything else stolen, so I put the detective with the most time on his hands on the task.
I see. I can accept that.
Didn't hear that? Gumshoe is too busy. What'd you get with shooting a rifle at the army? Wouldn't they be pissed? Eagle Joe made a joke about the sentence structure. I know. Okay. Well, I can't. What do you mean time on their hands?
Oh, please, the testimony.
We were Lennon, though. I didn't know about that. I certainly didn't invite you. I gave the Farlight special permission to be there. I wanted to see her again. Oh boy, did you hear that? We're officially involved now. Gee, great. Some other hangers-on tried to get backstage, but I drove them off. So no other outsiders were there then. And then... I believe we were having a chat when we heard the shots. You were the one chatting. I was eating snack doos. Snack doos. And again, these are apparently chocolate. It really just looks like a dried sausage. Could it be like Cheetos, except they're like chocolate flavored instead of cheese flavored? Maybe? Don't yuck her yum. I'm just trying to discover what her yum is right now.
Ah, hey, no snacking is good.
And you're sure the thought came from Lavoie's room? Yes, absolutely. Hey, I'm the one being cross-examined here. Here, this will keep you quiet. Thanks. Oh, how about Emerald? You're right there. Hard to mistake about that.
Please either talk or eat, not both at the same time.
Right, so after that, me and Mr. Lawyer there opened the dressing room door. Rock? Blaring, yes.
Or when you say rock, are you referring perhaps to this rock and roll music that's so popular these days?
That's right, when it's in the dressing room. Music was blaring over the speaker on the wall. They pipe sound from the stage into the back. They pipe sound from the stage into the backstage through speakers. That way people in the back can hear what they're supposed to be on stage. You have to be so loud. You don't listen to the Japanese with your ears. You feel it with your entire body and soul. I always have the backstage monitors at full volume. We walked in the room. The band was playing Guilty Love, I believe, making it easy to determine the time of the crime.
If you could hear that music playing.
Said everyone on stage for that song had to end by, including myself. Anyway, I closed off the scene and started my investigation. Only the defendant could have done. How could you know something like that? As I said, it was clear from the circumstances. Listen, we know there is only one exit from the room, that door. The small window only opened a tiny crack, and I was standing in front of that door. So, how could the killer have fled the scene? There's only one possibility. The air vent.
Ah.
But the air vent was too small. Who could possibly... Exactly. There's certainly no way you could get through. Nor me. The only one who could fit through was a child. A child. Remember, access to this room was limited. Only those involved with the concert were allowed. And if all the people involved with the concert, only one is smart enough to be considered a child.
The defendant?
The pixie of the arpeggio floated out towards the sky and disappeared from the scene of the crime. But that's just conjecture. Snack was kind of chocolate-covered snack food. There you go. No snack in court. That's where he draws the line. Yeah, that's the only thing he's gonna upkeep. MSL said you can only peek through the opening. Oh, it's a way out of the room. You was there. You should know, hair forehead. And there's another vital piece of evidence. Evidence? What? Marks were found on the air vent grill. Traces that had recently been opened. Wait, what? And something else was found, quite clearly. The defendant, Machida Bay's fingerprints. What? His freak-out face makes him look like entirely different.
Order, order, order.
That air vent was the only way out of the room. The defendant's fingerprints were found on the grill. Well, hair forehead. What fairy tale does this suggest to you? Only one could pass through the vent, the doorway to heaven. As that's for this all pixie. Why are you looking at me, Apollo? Hey, I was out whooping up with the audience. This was his decisive evidence.
Quite decisive indeed. I believe that's enough of that. Prosecution is a rather convincing case. The only way in and out of the crime scene was launched, making the defendant the only one who could possibly leave the scene. Simple and decisive. I believe we've heard enough to determine our verdict, even if I wasn't entering to make a hospital visit.
I'm sure the Chief Justice will appreciate the gesture.
Unfortunately, we have no direct witness. Fortunately, the criminal left decisive evidence for us.
That will have to be enough. It can't be over already.
Oh, very well, if this trial's finished. The defense has no contradicting evidence.
Prosecution has presented our proof clear and plain. If you have contradicting evidence, it will be clear and plain. Apollo, they got us on the ropes already. Better come up with something quick.
No.
Get us out of this. We need evidence or witness that can prove Machi is innocent beyond a doubt. About that.
Mr. Justice, do you have contradicting proof that can overturn the prosecution's case? If you do, you better tell us about it now.
This is it. So soon. I mess this one up, it's all over. But Things that pass in court: coffee, metal detection, child possession, whipping. Things that aren't permitted in court: snackos, outdated autopsy reports, hiring a hit on the judge in trial. Actual common sense. Yeah. The court wants contradicting proof. So I think we want to call in the siren, even though it's going to be a problem. Prosecutor Gavin, you claim that there were no witnesses to this crime. Are you absolutely sure? Absolutely. I swear it on my career as a prosecutor. And on my million seller hit song, Enter Queen My Love. There he goes again. That's too bad, because there was a witness.
Oh, really now? And how did you come to possess knowledge the prosecution clearly does not?
Because I'm the only one in the world who knows this. What's going on? Just walk out of it now. Can you hear me? We've seen this. We don't need to. This is like 45 seconds of information that we already know. We don't need this guy to say that it's the siren.
What? The victim said this before he died?
Perhaps he did, and perhaps he did not. How easy would it be to say, because he told me it was the siren. What do you mean by that? All we know is hair forehead says he said. It's no testimony, especially since it comes from the defense attorney himself. But it's the truth. He said it. I even told you about it. But apparently you ignore me completely. It's my policy to fully investigate everything I deem relevant. Please, this rookie lawyer thinks he can tell me how to do my job.
Well, that's enough. Mr. Justice, we need clear contradictory proof from you. This witness of yours under the prosecution. I hope you're right. Really carries a stiff penalty.
Perhaps a stiffer penalty than usual called for.
There's no backing out now. What's your name of your witness, Mr. Justice?
Well, recall Mr. Latus's last words.
The witness is Siren. The siren? Ah, you meant the siren.
That's right. The siren of the ballad, L'Amour. L'Amour was only on stage for the second set, and she had access to the backstage area. She could have been a witness.
I see. Well, Prosecutor Gavin,
my claim still stands. There was no witness to this crime.
Oh, very well. Let's hear from the horse's mouth then, shall we? Now take a break from Detective Emma Sky's cross-examination. We shall have more to do at the stand.
L'Amour would say nothing the night of the murder. Not today, though. Today we'll drag that story out in her no matter what it is. It's my distinct honor to welcome the Siren of the Ballad to our courtroom. You're too kind.
Well, you can speak English.
Yes, I can. Though I'm not very good. There is much I do not know.
You speak so well. Have you spent time here before?
Actually, I don't know how I came by my knowledge of your language, nor where I studied it. Oh no. What does she mean? She doesn't know. Get out the alien voice. I too sought to call her as a witness, but I did not. I had a reason, of course. What's that? Amoir suffers from amnesia.
Amnesia?
Amoir is not my true name, yet I remember nothing of the time before I was given it. Nothing of the time before I started singing on stage. Oh, she's even more serious than I thought. As lauded singer L'Amoir, she lives a good life. There are little difficulties for her, thanks to her success. Yet, I do not wish to subject her to unnecessary stress.
I see. I guess rusty little about the people's pasts. You have nothing to fear in this court, L'Amoir.
Thank you. Yet there's something I do not understand. I'm being called as a witness. What I say? No one told me anything of what happened. I will be back. Look, Dad, we love you. I mean, maybe? I saw something in the window. And all it was, someone came up. I think it was my dad, but I'm just kind of confused by these events. He left a mop, and then he came back. Hold on. No, it's not Rob. Stop. Stop. It was my dad. He. Did you take your pills? Mikey. What? Okay, hold on. Okay, let's hold on. Let's discuss this. Why would robbers come up to my door and leave a mop? There's people in my house. I'm sorry that I'm vague for my own internet privacy.
To my father. He's returned from his errands, and let me tell you what they were.
I'll go outside and then they'll jump you. Mikey, I can assure you that is not a concern. If anything, technically, if you're concerned about me getting in trouble like that, there's a window to the front door right in front of me. It's currently not open, but in theory they could hear me. Here, you want to make you really paranoid? Here's what they can do. Anyway. Mikey, I can assure you the layout of the space makes it impossible for that to be a concern. I can promise you. Do I need to like pull out like the fucking Ace Attorney crime layout to make you like be at ease? You said a mop. You need to leave your house. Okay, it's fine. You don't tell me anything what happened. Let me be frank. I didn't want to ask you to be up here to testify. Glad it's not robbers. It's never gonna be robbers. That's okay. It's 2 in the afternoon. There will not be a robber. There's these cars outside at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Look, okay. Ask us to testify. As a young gentleman with a wide forehead up there was adamant to stand. Oh my. Congratulations, Apollo, you're the bad guy.
Well, now that you're here, please give us your testimony. If nothing else, the sound of your voice is welcome. That's what you saw the night of the crime.
As for what I saw nothing. That night, I was invited to sing on stage, and this I did. I did not return backstage after the second set. Then I was led by the police to Mr. Gavin's dressing room and told to wait there. That was where I learned that something bad happened, but I wasn't told the details.
I must say, you sound wonderful just testifying.
I hope he was too distracted to hear what she actually was saying. So you have it, she saw nothing that night. Now we can only pray that the defense has the sense to admit defeat, and refrain from detaining her here longer than need be. I just got banner, Apollo, way to go.
Very well, Mr. Justice, keep it short and sweet.
Now Laura wanted to talk to me the night of the crime. She must know something, and I've got to find out what. Colleges and university, yes. But you must have seen something. Mr. Latouche named you. Mr. Latouche? How can I tell you what I don't know? Lemoire, he said you were a witness of his dying words. I don't know what he meant to say, but that night... It was a great concert. You heard me sing? Thank you. Also, we're gonna get an autograph later, actually. Of course.
Oh, Mr. Justice, this is a cross-examination. You're out of line. If anyone says an autograph here, it's me. Oh, my gravel would be nice.
Judge.
Oh, what is this?
It's my autograph. Keep the trial moving.
What? Oh, my grandson will be so happy.
Apparently his grandson's a big fan. Let's continue, Shelby, if you would, Lamar. That is what you did after your stellar performance. You did not return backstage once? Where were you then? What were you doing? I was cleaning up on stage. There are many things I must do for a performance other than simply sing. And was Machi with you at the time? Unfortunately, I do not know where he was. So much for now, bye for Machi. Now, with Machi, correct? How was he then? He seemed as he always does. Though I believe he was shocked by the news of Mr. Latouche's death, yet he's not the type to show much emotion. Yes, he's giving the police no headaches. He answers most questions with silence, and those glinty frames speak nothing. The questioning hasn't gotten very far. He sat there waiting. How was the incident explained to you? I was told nothing in detail, only Mr. Latouche died.
Oh, I guess we got some security.
Mr. Latouche was my manager. I wanted to know more. I should have been told. Both Machi and I were beside ourselves with concern. Allow me to apologize, but please understand, keeping you in the dark was as painful for me as it was for you. Yes, I understand. Think, what does not ring true about her testimony? I can imagine Lemoire lying. She might not be lying, but she's hiding something. What won't she tell me that night of the murder? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Lemoire, but I'm having trouble believing you. You remember this brooch, do you not? Why, that's Lemoire's. She was wearing it for her song. Care to add that to the testimony, Prosecutor Gavin? What? This brooch was found after the murder took place. At the very scene of the crime. What? Lemoire, how did your brooch get backstage if you did not go there yourself? And, as Prosecutor Gavin has just told us, you had been wearing it during your performance that night. There you go, Eagle. I hope you caught view of what you wanted to see behind the mask.
What's the meaning of this? Lamar, please explain.
Lemoire? She says English is quite difficult. That check's not gonna work here. Your forehead may be large, but you are a lawyer truly. But you have missed one important fact. What now? In fact, at the time of the incident, I went backstage, but only for a moment. What? Think back to the moments of crime. You know the word of I speak. Is she really saying all that? Was she talking about Apollo? Right when the incident occurred. Is she talking about that? Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? Just the deuce, can you hear me? It's a very long scene.
When is this siren?
I'm gonna say wouldn't say anything. Yips! Emma! What was that? Who's there? What's wrong?
Emma, did you see anyone just now?
Huh? No. I could have sworn I heard a door close. What? Hello in the room. Just a glance, mind you. So it's when your brooch dropped. That explains that. It does. There's no other time I could have dropped it. That's ridiculous. You only looked in for an instant, but you dropped your brooch? Yeah, forehead. She has raised a possibility. The only thing that counts to that is the evidence.
Should look into the crime scene.
No, she's the one with the burden of proof. She's the one with the burden of proof. What are you talking about? Okay.
Looked at it for the crime scene.
Actually, I intended to go to the dressing room. I knew nothing of what had happened, of course. But the moment I opened the door, I heard a horrible voice. Forehead shouting, "Who's there?" No doubt. A horrible voice indeed. I closed the door immediately.
Well, that explains the brooch. Let's return to your testimony.
That's too convenient. She's hiding something. Lamar, you did look into the room though, right? Yeah. Testifies what you saw. Very well. That was only a briefest of glimpses. Take just for a moment. What did you see in that brief glimpse? I had only opened the door slightly when I heard that horrible voice.
And shut the door.
I've always wondered, Herr Forehead. Does that voice of yours lack a volume knob? Yes, my core is a steel, man. Just back off. Poor dude. Let's see if there's a third one. Okay. A wall? Was there a wall there? Is what in English? A division, or partition, I believe. It's a large dressing room divides two halves. And the murder took place in the inside half, as that person might have hidden in the body. Okay. You can see the body. It's not blocked by the wall. Okay. Whatever. Fine. Whatever. She known the body was hidden? She could have known it was Latouche. Apparently we are to perceive. Yeah, I know. Eagle, look out. Here comes the eyeball. I'm trying to see if she like blinked weird or something. I'm under the desk. She coughs violently when she lies. You saw nothing. But you must have seen something. Mr. Latoos named you. Mr. Latoos? How can I tell you what I don't know? Namoir, he said you were a witness in his dying words. Doesn't tell the details. Did it explain to you? I was told nothing in detail, only Mr. Lewis had died. Social Security, my manager, I want to know more. I should have been told. Both Matchy and I were beside ourselves with concern. Yeah. These two are the only ones where she moves differently. And the only ones that are any at all suspicious. Oh wait, hold on. I see what I need to look at. 1 second. Look out, Eagle! I can't go low enough. I'm trying to look at her fingers. I'm trying to look at her fingers! It'd be her eyebrows. Okay. Let's take a look. I was trying to see about blinking. Look at the corner of the room. Again, I'd be wanting to look at the fingers. I know why she has her face hidden now. Oh my god. Is her throat? It's her throat. It's her throat. I did try to show the crime scene. Gotcha. The late Mr. Latoos's body, you say? Yes. You know something more about Latoos's death than you were saying? What? I can see you trying not to remember, but the effort made you swallow. You can't fool my eyes. It is true. It was so terrible after all. Why did Mr. Latoos have to be shot? One moment, Lamar. Yes? What was that you just said? Why did Mr. Latoos have to be shot? Yes? Jesus Christ. I apologize for that. She knew. She was hiding something. I knew it. Lamar, I'm afraid you haven't realized it, but your words just now contradict your testimony. Eh? How could it be? Take this. Lamar contradicts her own testimony, and I have the evidence to prove it. What? What? The report? What did she say that I need to contradict? Oh, like that she I think it would be the investigation request. So therefore she shouldn't know. Tell me a little more. How did you know he had been shot? Well, immediately following the incident, a gag order was placed on the scene. Is the document proving that? In your testimony, you told the court, no one told me anything about the incident. Furthermore, you testified that you had seen nothing. Man, you're going to jail. I proved. You knew that Mr. Latus had been shot. How could you have known? There you go, Eagle. I hope he caught a glimpse. The mouth.
You aren't hiding something from this court, are you?
That sweet sound of hers was sounding a little too sweet. Now I remember. Please, allow me to add my testimony.
Of course. All you want to know is the rules.
She looked kind of pale, huh? She saw something, I know it. Even the victim said so. Checking the VOD. I saw the bullet holes in the wall. Only a glimpse. Did you know there were bullet holes? Yes, I recognized them immediately. I have seen bullet holes before, you know.
You've traveled the world as a singer. You also sung in places far more dangerous in our country.
Oh. Hi. My dad came in. It's the mob. That's right, Mikey was right. Oh my. No, it's fine. Go where my voice is needed, the places are many these days. That's really cool. Hope we get to travel like them more someday. I plan on calling my next album overseas. Studies have a different sound, you know. Studios. Maybe I should go on a Chords of Steel tour too. What? Did he catch you twitching? What are you talking about? Oh hey, the door swings wrong. No more. They call you the scion of the ballad. But lies are hardly becoming of such a creature.
Or put down worthy for prosecutor Mr. Justice.
Such put-downs are hardly becoming of you, Apollo. Stop polishing your forehead and stop polishing your character, yo. Come on, I can't be cool for once. Observe the diagram. Lamar, you looked in from the room. Or you looked in from the door for just a moment, correct? Yeah, that's so. There are bullet holes in the room. Yes, but they were in the wall the door is on. Eh? You see, assuming you merely glanced in the room, you couldn't have seen those bullet holes. There you go, Eagle. There was a gun. I don't know why you need to see her mouth when you can see her mouth constantly, but...
Memoir?
Yes?
I'm afraid the defense has raised a good point. It appears you have been holding back something.
And I must tell you what it is I saw?
Yes, the happenings in this trial are being recorded. I'm sure it'll be on the news in Mauritania. You understand your reputation is at stake, so as to avoid tarnishing it.
Personally speaking, I still believe that cross-examining Hilliard is absolutely nothing. But she knew how Mr. Latouche died, and he named her as a witness. You must have seen something, Lemoire.
Very well. Lamar, please continue your testimony.
Very well, I shall. Dad, get out of my room, I'm twitching. No, he just told me to take care of some stuff, and I need to do some stuff, and that's why the stream's gonna be probably pretty short. So on my way back from the stage to the backstage exit, there was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. There were 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it. But it wasn't Machi. It was a grown person. I know it was.
So you did witness the crime. And the killer was a grown person, you say?
It's my first time hearing this, I assure you. Nice play here, forehead.
Oh, very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin your examination.
Get going, Apollo. You're right about Lemoire. What's wrong? You don't look too happy. This whole thing smells fishy. That's what's wrong. You were heading toward the dressing room? Yeah. This is a little before she opened the dressing room door and dropped her brooch. At the same time Emma and I heard those shots. I was on my way back. Shit, the whole time with them dying, she's just facing the wall, and she was standing there like, damn. What exactly is something like a little window? Yes, well, window is the best word I know in English. I think this is how it is said, yes? Yeah, well, your choice of words is impeccable. There's a small window in the dressing room in question. Perhaps depends on my was the detail? A little window on the wall. I saw the crime from there. You are certain you heard 2 shots fired? Yes, quite certain. I was on my way to the backstage exit. This was when I heard a faint sound. A gunshot. Wondering what it had been, I peered through the window. That is when I heard the second gunshot, much closer. No 2 bullet holes at the scene. No contradiction so far. Why is there a window to look into a dressing room? I just realized, why is there a window to look into a dressing room? To witness a crime. Oh, there you go. Fair enough. No contradiction so far. It'll happen on the window. The hell happened on the other side of that window? There's nothing I could do. For food? It wasn't Machi who shot. Are you sure? Yes, quite certain. It amuses me that you would question her testimony. This is testimony in your favor. Isn't it my job to object? Yeah, Paula, what are you thinking? You see, let's just listen to what Lemoire has to say. you tell me how you were unsure? How you were so sure? Yes, of course. You see, grown person. I know it was a grown person. That's a little vague. I'm sorry. My skill with your language is lacking. I know.
Certainly, you could at least see whether the shooter was male or female.
It was a man, a young man.
Are you sure of that?
Yes, his voice was quite clear. Voice.
Look at this diagram. It seems dressing room was quite cluttered. This does seem likely that you would have had a very clear view of the shooter.
As a singer, I rely more on my ears than my eyes. When I hear a voice, I do not forget it. That voice was the voice of a man. So you heard a voice, but wait. Couldn't that have been the victim, Mr. Latouche? Absolutely not. Did I not just say that I do not forget a voice? If it was Mr. Latouche who spoke, I would have known.
Indeed. So you're at the window and you heard the shooter's voice, the voice of a young man.
Paolo, this is good testimony. That proves it wasn't Machi.
Indeed. If this turns out to be the rule, we'll cast this case in a considerably different light. What is the defense's opinion of this testimony?
I do not forget a voice. The amnesiac. Yeah, really. I mean, we have to say it's contradictory, right? But in what way? What are we doing? Though it pains me to say this, there's something about Lamoire's testimony that rings false. Bravo, Herr Forehead. You're colder than I thought. I'm sure you remember what the problem is as well as I do, Gavin. As has been established, no grown man can pass through that air vent. He couldn't have fled the scene of the crime. But that means Lamoire has to be lying. I know, and I know it's bad for our case, but I can't shut my eyes to this. Believe me, the idea was tempting. It as the Herr Forehead says, yet this is not the only contradiction within the testimony. What next? What's he talking about? Lamoire? I understand why you would want to protect Machi, yet remember, you are the siren of the ballad. And lies do not become such a creature.
What's the prosecution mean?
Paolo, what is he talking about? How come no one bats an eye when he says stuff like that? I recall the state of the crime quite well. The state of the room? Yes, and when the murder took place, that window was closed. I found it hard to believe you could hear a voice through it. What? But I'm sure... Lamoire, I have nothing but the highest regard for your musical sense. But my opinion of yours of it is somewhat lesser. But she's the only eyewitness we have. So you say, and the victim named her, the siren, as a witness? That's right, that's what Mr. Latouche... We heard your claim. We even entertained the possibility, and it brought us to this. Herr Judge.
Yes?
The prosecution requests that the witness be excused. Please.
I'm afraid I must honor the prosecution's request. It is indeed a question of the witness's credibility.
But if Lamar can't testify, then we don't have a chance of proving Machi's innocence.
Well, this cross-examination's over. Prosecutor Gavin, you're making your case.
Danke. Now, Herr Vervey. Yes, I would like to hear from Fräulein Detective again. Wait, let me hear Lamoire's testimony one last time.
The cross-examination's already over. Till such a crime as needed as rises, this witness may leave the stand.
I'm sure can I be of more assistance? At last, back to the real trial. Ready, Herr Forehead? But I just missed my only chance. Fräulein Detective, how far have we gone till we are so rudely interrupted? Don't ask me. I just like saying the same thing twice, and I never repeat a song for an encore.
Feud, Miss Guy.
I really was saying that the only way Mr. Latouche's killer could have escaped was through that air vent on the ceiling.
Well, yes, there's only one door in the room, and as a witness, you were sitting in front of it.
An air vent is very big, see, and kind of limits the people who could possibly get through.
I certainly would have a difficult time.
You sure would. No, you would have been there in the first place, though. Remember, the whole backstage area was off limits to people not involved with the concert. The only one who meets conditions for a killer is the defendant.
A virtuoso performance. Going for the bit of myself. Did I state the case? Oh, reading the report, they got my eye. Oh, what's that? The circumstances of the defendant's arrest.
The circumstances? Again? Hey, that's right, Apollo. Remember when we found Machi? That was bizarre. She's right. Why did Mr. Latuse's body disappear from the room? End up on top of that stage tower. Holding a guitar, no less.
A perceptive observation, Edward. Thanks. It's kind of an accident, really. But you're working this job long enough. Get a nose for things.
The judge just keeps pleasing himself.
I'm very good for a like detective. Perhaps you could try it out together for us. Why was the body moved? And how does it lead us to the killer?
Joe, are you in a frat hood? Yeah, dude, Joe's hitting up the bar like every week. I believe Machi stole the body because of some lyrics. He moved the body to match Lemoire's song. No one in this country had a motive to kill the victim, and Machi practically left his signature at the scene. All this evidence clearly points to the defendant. Lemoire's song. Oh, Jesus.
Yes, the guitar Sarah. You know it's code too, did you not?
It's code?
All the events that day follow the lyrics of our song. First, the keys my heart held on so tight for stolen. Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst in flames on stage.
Then Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burned stage on stage. Mr. Latuse's life was taken by a bullet.
The rest hardly needs an explanation. Guitar, up together on the sky. That's mad. It's like a story out of some fairy tale.
I admit I forgot about the song. There it is now, waiting for me. The grand finale, as it were. Hey, you know, I was the one who knows that.
I've heard of jumping rope to songs, counting to songs, but killing is a wild word of the heritage. Very well, I've heard one song and a dance. Let's move on to the next, the cross-examination.
Not sure I'm gonna be doing such singing. Who would steal a body just to match some lyrics? I didn't believe it myself, but it can't just be a coincidence.
Just first Fräulein Detective says. Let's begin with the first verse, if you would, Fräulein Detective.
What? You want me to sing it?
You always finish, yeah? Or did you want me to sing? I've warned you, my fears of hunger is not trivial.
Fine, fine. Ahem. Let's look at the first part of the lyrics, shall we? When you stole the keys, my heart was on so tight. Indeed, my favorite heart-shaped key ring was stolen that morning. Next, go to the right page, lyrics sheet. There we find, burning on my heart, fire burn the love away, all the way. As we know, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. Like a bullet of fire, take my life away, all the way. Mr. Latuse's life was taken by a bullet.
Bravo, Fräulein Detective, your singing is not bad.
Now for the finale. Emma is just like you.
Excuse me! Guitar, up together in the sky. As it says in the lyrics, Mr. Latuse. Was found as a guitar high in the sky over the stage. No series of coincidence would be so well conceived.
He's right, scientifically speaking. What would Waki have said? That concert was whack? It's hard to argue when she pours her heart into it like that. Anyway, the shooter. Does the prosecution have any idea why you do all this? You want my scientific opinion? No clue. They're completely ignoring the victim's body weight. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But he clearly had a reason to go through all that trouble. Some deep reason. A deep reason? Not only did he steal my keys, he touched my guitar. Unforgivable acts, even if he had a reason. It was if he had none. The diva's complaints aside, I can't imagine someone doing this on just a whim. Twilight Detective, I take offense to that description.
Indeed, it does seem too well rehearsed, shall we say.
Yes, this crime was planned for sure. Oh, this country had a... But Mr. Latusa spoke English. He may have come to this country before. I looked into that, I assure you. Oh? It was his first time in the country, it seems. Apparently, he learned English on his own.
Great.
You see, no one here had a motive to kill him, and certainly not in such elaborate fashion.
Does seem difficult to imagine.
Unless our famous prosecutor did it as a publicity stunt. What did you say?
Prosecutor Gavin, you did this to promote your song?
Of course not, and I'm quite dismayed by the ludicrous nature of a claim. Why would I need promotion? Everyone listens to my music. Even my textbooks at school. I never heard of them. What does it say about me? I was just kidding. Don't get all worked up, Glimmer Boy. I assure you, Your Honor, it is quite based. What do you mean by his signature? The bullet holes in the wall, of course. The bullet holes? The revolver fired twice. One shot missed and left a hole in the wall.
And that means what exactly?
That dressing room isn't exactly spacious. Picture the shooter facing off with the victim in there. They can't have been more than 5 feet apart. It would be difficult, almost impossible to miss at that range.
Or difficult to miss, you say?
Very. Assuming the shooter could properly aim. No. You can't be serious. Machi, he can't see. That's why he missed? The only explanation that makes sense. He used sound and other senses to fire the gun. Poorly.
And that reminds me, the motto in that room was blaring at the time, yeah. Hardly ideal condition for tracking by sound. A blind shooter. No wonder he missed.
I knew those bullet holes would come back to haunt me. Think, Justice, what do I do now? Sure, there are bullet holes left in the wall. But that doesn't prove the shooter couldn't see. Oh, how so? Well, there could have been a struggle with the victim.
That's certainly possible.
And it might have been the revolver's fault.
A revolver?
The revolver was a very large caliber, correct?
Well, if the shooter wasn't used to firing such a large weapon, why, it could dislocate the shoulder.
Exactly. The defendant, Machi Tobei, is, as you can see, tiny. It's also hard to picture him firing the gun and missing entirely. The kickback alone would throw off his aim.
A convincing argument, to be sure.
Take that, smug prosecution. Paulo? What? That bit about Machi being tiny and the gun throwing off his aim. Aren't you kind of, admitting that he did it? Oh. It does not matter why he missed. What matters is that the shooter was, without a doubt, the defendant. Even the defense seems to agree on that point. Perhaps I really put my foot in this time. But let's get the facts of the matter on the record, if you would, Fraulein Detective.
Well, very well, the witness will add his true testimony.
Right. Say that shooter was blind. Wait, okay. How impressive do you think this blind child is? Look at this room. Are you crazy? I swear to God. It better just be this room's a fucking mess. If I present this and it's not just, oh yeah, wait, the room is a fucking mess. Objection! This country's crazy. This country is insane. What? You can't say he was blind just because of those bullet holes in the wall. I think I've proven that. I wouldn't call it proof, per se. Huh? You merely raise a possibility. Foreign detective has made a most logical conjecture based on the evidence. Of course, there is more evidence to just bullet holes. The defendant was the only one who could escape through the air vent. But wait, if he was blind, how would he know about the air vent in the first place? Ah, a very good point. Well, foreign detective, if you would care to explain. He seems sure of himself. Recall the crime scene if you would. There was a stepladder below the air vent. As it happens, maintenance was scheduled for that day. Custodial staff went around checking all the air vents. I don't believe it. Everyone backstage was told about the maintenance, including Machito Bay. He would have known that there would be a way out at the top of the stepladder. But that's... Why is this the first time I'm hearing about this? You could have figured this out for yourself. You only need to consider what the stepladder was doing there.
Looks like the defense's objection has been squished by a stepladder.
A hair forehead. Out of ammunition, perhaps. Never seen Prosecutor Gavin so aggressive. Maybe he's caught the son of blood. Apollo, don't you have something? Anything? You know what we need? We need something to prove the killer could see. That'll put him in his place. Only the shooter was sighted would do it. That would take down one of the central points. Have any evidence that can prove that, though?
Oh my...
Yes. Fine. I accept the prosecutor's challenge. As I knew he would have forehead. What exactly am I up against here? The prosecution is saying the shooter missed because they couldn't see. Therefore, Machi, who's blind, did it.
The defense will present evidence. Evidence that now turns prosecutor's claim that the shooter couldn't see.
I think it is the writing. The lyrics? Nah, it was right. This is that evidence.
A photograph of the crime scene?
I don't care much for the smirk on Prosecutor Gavin's face. But this is no time to think twice. Time to press on. Yes, Your Honor, the crime scene. There is something in there that decisively contradicts the prosecution's point. Yeah, perhaps you better show it to us something. Get your finger out of the breeze and put it to good use, yeah.
Well, very well. So what you're talking about, Mr. Justice?
Contradiction in the scene of the crime is... Here. Contradiction is right here. The smeared bloodstains?
I thought it was just a blurry vision, but it really was blurry. Where the victim's hand is raised above his head, much like a gesture I've seen many times in this court.
As if he wrote something. Ha, I get it. At least, I think I get it. Geht's what, Fraulein? And Mr. Latouche was shot, he tried to write something. What would he write but the shooter's name? What would he write in it but his own blood? Pretty good, huh? Answering my point for me. Yes, in fact, that's what I think happened here.
It does seem to be a distinct possibility.
The victim wrote the killer's name. It's certainly a logical conclusion. Trent, I just wish it wasn't all rubbed out like that.
Of course it's rubbed out. Why, if I were a killer, I certainly wouldn't want to leave my own name behind.
Neither would I. No one has anything else to say?
About what?
So the prosecutor accepts this. Do you agree this was the victim making an attempt to record the name of the killer? And that the killer tried to rub the name out?
What's your point?
What's my point? Let me ask you this. How did the killer know the victim was writing their name?
Well, Mr. Latouche is writing something in blood once the killer saw what it was. Wait.
Once he saw what it was?
What did you just testify about the shooter? I said they were blind. Yet the crime scene itself contradicts that. The killer had to have been able to see. Why would they rub out the name in blood otherwise? May I remind the court that the defendant, Machito Bay, is blind. He couldn't have been the shooter. Impossible. I should be careful. They left!
Order! 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 Prosecutor Gavin, please explain to me what all this means. I mean, looking at this further, it seems quite clear that the shooter could see. Yet up to now...
It seems that owes a court his apology. The Gaviniers are banned, which the Gaviniers are banned with long force battalions to murder occurred during our concert. Apparently, this caused some confusion over jurisdiction. As a result, some reports were not fused in an entirely timely manner. I'm not sure I like the vibe I'm getting here. Hey, Apollo, look at him. Why is Prosecutor Gavin all relaxed and smiling like that? Like he knows something we don't, and he's about to tell us? I've got an idea. Let's rock. With these documents, the updated autopsy report. No! Waiting for SJ's grandpa to walk in the room when he does the judge voice. No. Document. Before that, I have a question for the foreign detective, if I may. What? Tell me, why do you think that Matthew Dubé is blind? Huh? What did he say? What are you saying? Of course he's blind. Of course. He's the blind pianist, right? So he's... Doesn't Lamar lead him around by hand all the time? No way. I have a report on the defendant, Matthew Dubé. According to this, Matthew Dubé can see perfectly well. What? His blindness was merely a publicity ploy by the Palevo Bulgarians. He could see quite well. But you said... What did I say exactly? Hair, forehead, not once in the course of this trial have I claimed his defendant was blind. The only one who did was frontline detective. But that's a significant fact. Yes. Consider, Matthew Dubé sees, and he was the only one who could have fled to the event. I see no problems with this. But what about the bullet holes in the wall? Yes, the bullet holes. I believe Hair Forehead needs to explain those for us. He didn't miss because he couldn't see. It was a kickback from the 45 caliber revolver. A simple accident, in other words. How's that? I'm afraid your objection was thrown off the bright sky. This is where the real fun begins, Hair Forehead.
He looks nothing like he normally does when he gets, like, shocked. He turns into, like, a monkey.
I know you didn't have what you told. You jerk. Just what was I in here for? Comic relief? Yeah, apologize.
Oh, sorry.
That's no way to apologize.
You think it's the truthsy now. Look out.
Anyway, if you could please end the bickering. Now.
Whatever. I'm not leaving. I can't leave like this. I'll come with some clue to solving this case if it kills me.
Oh, but Shisma's only given us enough to convict the defendant.
Don't say that.
What? It's bloodstain. The criminal tried to wipe it off, right?
That seems to be what happened, yes. A monkey?
A monkey!
He looks like a who.
I'd be able to find out what was really written there. Really? You can do that? That's right, with this. It's called luminol. Maybe you know of it. It's a chemical that reacts to blood. Ah, yes, we've done those tests yet. As if I'm gonna tell you. The blood stains covered a section of the carpet. In order to perform blood tests, that section was removed and submitted. Perhaps we should request in here to court now. Right, go for it, Apollo. Huh? I have to do the test? You just have to spray the luminol on it. Simple.
A chemical that reacts to blood. Heard of this somewhere.
Yes, I believe the analysis is called for. Have heard it.
Dude, you look so weird when you look bright. You look like a literal monkey right now, dude.
Right? Ready? Easy as pie. Just press space. Brain space. Give it a try.
Eyes in a tight corner focused on me.
Apollo, your hand is shaking.
Let's do this.
Wow, it really works. This must be the heart of science. It says IPXX314206.
That's my fucking location.
This game just doxed me. Oh.
Is that the killer's name?
Maybe it is. I forget it was a robot.
Aha, I have it. So what is it? I thought those letters IPXX looked familiar. It's an Interpol ID number. Interpol? You mean International Police Agency? Yeah, I'm also undercover agent working to stop international crime. Why would he write that number? Why would Mr. Latouche even know a number like that? Well, sure, Fräulein Detective, rock on. Eh? Your Honor, we can verify this number immediately. Darian, are you there? Come up to witness stand. Darian, you heard what we need. Go check his Interpol ID number. Why is he still wearing the onesie?
Your thing. Give me 30 minutes, Joski. No. 27.
That's my fucking location.
27 minutes, Joski. I'm not sure what I think about this. Oscars and cases are tight, so it seems. If this number is really of an Interpol agent.
Oh, wait, I know. What if Machito Bay is really an undercover Interpol agent? That would be a possibility.
A possibility, yes. If one would mark him, the killer is for certain.
Why did Latouche know an Interpol ID number? That's what I want to know. There, we have some time while we wait for Darian's report. Let's work on unraveling another mystery, shall we? A curious mystery concerning Machito Bay. What are you talking about? Fräulein Detective, please accept my apologies. I received word that the defendant could, in fact, see this before the trial began. It seemed too much of a bother to tell you. You had me until that last bit. Let's just not raise a rather straightforward question. Well, sure. Why did Mach pretend he couldn't see? Exactly. It makes a little sense. What do you think here, Forehead? Huh? Me? Machito Bay to pretend to be he was blind. Do you know why? How could he know? Wait, Prosecutor Gavin knows why, doesn't he? He's known from the start of the trial. He's been leading us on this whole time. Something wrong. Do you think perhaps this is all some kind of game? No, the moment I heard that report, I knew why.
I suppose people who have sold over 1 million records really are something else.
What does that have to do with anything? There's a reason why Machito Bay pretended to be blind. It wasn't for his own sake. Get the picture now. It wasn't for himself?
Well, Mr. Justice, can you present evidence that shows us why the defendant had to feign blindness?
Do we know why? Is it because of the sightseeing mystique? Show the badge! Yeah, that's why. Goriel. Might be marketing. Asking to provide evidence of why you're blatantly wrong, just don't provide anything. That is an option. Isn't one of these? Remember that one case where like our best option was to not provide anything and then we like got him afterward? I have no idea. Yeah, Forehead, I'm disappointed in you. Unless you are merely feigning stupidity, yeah. Keep up, wise guy. Recall the relationship with Lamont about Machito Bay. In particular, the arrangement over the years before visiting our country. Marner pianist. They would always walk together. So I was right! I want to be called smart. Because I was right the whole time. Actually, no reason to pretend you couldn't see. Which means, no, it couldn't be. Good show here, Forehead. It seems you've thought of something. Why can't I figure these things out on my own? I ain't having to take my cues from this guy.
Very well. Look at this. This is why he was pretending he couldn't see.
Oh, this is Lamar?
Cheater, I was right! Noir and Machitobe. Recall the relationship. In particular, the unique arrangement over the years before visiting our country. Well, because I was right the whole time. I did it because, okay. Whatever.
Noir and her pianist. They would always walk together, she leading him by hand. Even when they got on stage, she would lead him to the piano. He would walk the way over there with him. That's right, because he was blind. She led him on all times, never letting him go.
All times?
Yet we have just learned something that makes their arrangement peculiar indeed. Machi could see. Why did they have to keep this act up the whole time?
Oh, was it a part of their performance?
I think there's a simpler explanation. Machi didn't need to be led by hand at all. That can only mean one thing.
Really?
Really, it was all the other way around. The one who needed to be led by the hand was Lamar.
What's this? So, you mean to say that Lamar is... She's...
Yes, Your Honor. Lamar is blind. Even if you're not bald. It's... At this time, it's true. But tomorrow, I'm gonna shave my head. What are you gonna do then?
What?
Lamar!
No!
Oh! Hold on, this is crazy, Prosecutor Gavin.
Is it now?
Oh, please set some sanity on this madness. Defense has painted an outrageous claim.
The only thing outrageous I see about the defense is his vast forehead. Yet I say it is not vast in vain, this time. He's quite correct.
Well, that makes no sense.
Yeah, wasn't she supposed to be the landscape painter in sound or something?
Well, since we have her...
Well, since we have her here. Why not ask Lamar herself?
Don't be bald. What? What?
I believe she's sitting in the witness waiting room. Although, what does it mean for her case?
Don't ask me, I had no idea she couldn't see.
Didn't even imagine until now.
Oh, bailiff, bring in Lamar.
Lamar, it pains me to deeply call you before us again this way. Yes, I must. Please do not be concerned on my behalf.
Those eyes, she really can't see? Really? It is true.
How funny is it that a tiny lie born in the Verdanian countryside will one day grow to entangle the entire world?
I'm sure you are.
Yes, as mentioned before, I have no memory of the time before I became Lamar. Known, too, that my memories begin in darkness. The word light has no meaning for Lamar.
I see.
The mirror guarded me saying something towards beginning to try her forehead. What's that? I believe I said it was unfortunate this crime had no direct fitness. Ah. Now, Lamar, I must ask you the same once more. Will you testify to the court about your eyes? Of course. It was never my intent to deceive any of you. May I begin, Your Honor?
Well, yes, of course. Though I admit it's a little lost here.
I think you're all a bit lost here, Your Honor. Shaving your head sounds like something an unbald person would do. Well, damn.
I have no memory of the light. I debuted in the world of the darkness and sound. My producer came up with my PR line before he knew this. So, silly as it may sound, I had to pretend I could see. Everyone on my staff knew, of course, but no others.
But this is a murder trial.
I apologize. That's part of my contract, you see. Keep my blindness a secret no matter what. Music is everything for me. I never imagined something like this would... She told us the truth since the beginning. When she said she saw in us.
Oh, very well. Just fence everything down.
I'd like to cross-examine.
But what is there left to ask?
There's one thing in her testimony that bothered me.
Perhaps best we get out of your system. Someday you'll come to understand the importance of thinking for yourself.
Oh, very well. Defense may proceed. However, be aware that this court will not tolerate any questions deemed too stressful to the witness.
Okay. The one part that bothered me.
Just let me ask about that and I'll be happy.
Oh, fuck. All right.
When you say your staff, you include Mr. Latouche? Of course, he was my manager. So he knew, and that's what's been bugging me.
Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
I believe I know what's bothering our young defense attorney. You are thinking of when you discovered the body, yes? Is he right, Apollo? Yes, I was. He's alive. Mr. Latouche, can you hear me?
Cold. Oh, so cold, dude. Witness.
You cold? Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. Help us on the way.
Oh, can't see.
Hang in there, Mr. Latouche. Tell me, who was the witness?
The witness is
So Latouche told me to ask the witness, and he named you. Why would he do that? He knew you were blind. I don't know. What did I just say? You need to learn to think for yourself. Meaning what? There's no mystery here if you call everything he said. Think of the last words once more.
The witness, Siren, referred to them many times, along with a little play acting by defense.
I'm always aware myself, but the statement's not to what I refer. I mean what he said before that. Before? What came before that? That's right. He tried to tell you. When he said can't see, he wasn't talking about himself. Talking about the witness.
I see.
Too bad his defense did not. Well, therefore, try relaxing and looking at the facts first next time.
Order.
Oh, no wonder they had us calling it over and over and over, like the whole thing.
Call Lamar's earlier testimony. I was on my way back from stage to backstage exit. There was 2 shots. I couldn't do anything to stop it though.
But she couldn't have heard those gunshots. I thought we proved that.
That's not the most important point here. The moment she was shot, Mr. Latouche witnessed her through the window. Why else would he have named her as a witness? But I really did hear them. 2 gunshots. Turn up the echo machine in the man's voice. Unfortunately, such a thing was possible as the window was closed. We've already run a simulation, of course. It was so clear. If I heard that voice again, I would know it in an instant.
Your Honor,
What is it, bailiff? Can't you see we're in session here?
we have the results back from the investigation.
What's the investigation?
It's the Interpol number that Mr. Latouche left us.
Well, let's hear it. We will continue this cross-examination afterward. Detective Cassand, your report, please.
I asked Interpol about that number. I'm sure you'll find an answer intriguing. Quick fuck as always, Darian.
Well, just about the number. Is the vendor a secret agent?
IPX 314206. Josuke, the number agent registered to the number is Romain Latouche. What? Our undercover Interpol agent was Mr. Latouche himself. He was apparently in the middle of an operation. So when you wrote those letters, he was trying to tell us his own identity. A cautious killer tried to wipe them away. Josuke. Mr. Latouche was an undercover Interpol agent? So him being Lamar's manager was just a cover, most likely. There's no other one important detail I found. Well, Alfred's it. It concerns the .45 caliber revolver, the murder weapon. Apparently it belonged to Romain Latouche. He had an Interpol permit to carry firearms. And the registration number on the revolver matched. So the victim was killed with his own weapon, which makes sense. It's hard to imagine someone who was an Interpol agent with such a large revolver. So the victim was an Interpol agent on an undercover op. I wonder what that ties into everything. Gotta tie in somehow, you'd think. Yeah, somehow.
Well, thanks for looking into that for us, Detective Cassand. That's great help.
Oh, no problem at all, Your Honor. I'll be heading out. Josuke. Wait,
Lamar, is something the matter?
that voice just now. Darian. Mr. Darian, is it? It was him. I'm sure of it.
It was him.
You aren't saying... That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche. When I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian. Is this some kind of a joke? What?
What? No way, Josuke.
Gordon fell in such a chaotic state the trial had to be suspended temporarily. I've never seen that happen before. Of course, it's not every day you get an accusation like that one. Lamar fingering Darian Crescent. Not only is he a guitarist, he's a detective. Could it really have been his voice Lamar heard? Things were changing fast, and frankly, I was trying to keep up with it. Hey, no whipping out now, Apollo. Wake up. Shark Boy. Oh, we're back on the hunt. Okay.
Wake the fuck up, Samurai.
Hey, Apollo. What? Well, actually, nothing. I mean, something. Or maybe not. Out with it. Spencer's giving me an ulcer. Well, the trial today, I was thinking, if you gave it a score, what would you give it? What review would you leave on the App Store? Score? Gee, I guess I would, or maybe, well, I'm as bad as you. See, it's so vague. Clearly. Not yet avoided a guilty verdict, which is something, though I can't say I'm any less confused about the case.
As you know by the number, I'm sure you'll find that answer intriguing, Frank. APXX3140206. The agent returned his number. It's Roman the twos, Josuke.
And the victim, Miss Latouche, who would have guessed he was actually an undercover Interpol agent? What a mess. We don't have any idea what he was investigating. Well, true, but we know who shot him now. Lamar told the whole court. Wait. That voice just now. It was him. I am sure of it. That voice I heard talking to Mr. Latouche. When I heard the gunshots fired. It was him. It was Mr. Darian. Josuke. And the mystery, Apollo? I love mysteries.
I know. Speaking of mystery, what's Mr. Right up to? I wouldn't mind asking his opinion.
Now you mention it, I haven't seen Daddy around.
Remember when the judge said I'm going to visit the chief of police's son at the hospital from terminal illness? It wouldn't be the son, right? No. What is he, some kind of stray that just wanders in and out at a will?
I wouldn't say that, but he's been going around a lot. Some top secret mission, he said.
Top secret.
Anyway, you can't just rely on him to save the day, and you got me to help you. We'll be fine.
Fine. Right. Well, time's a wasting, I have to say. Let's investigate.
Ask the spirit.
Shark Boy was on stage. Oh yeah? Listen to this. This is his part of the song.
Pretty clear to me.
It's damning. Send him to jail.
All right.
I'm contemplating. If I end the stream, or I force you to wait a long time. Did you have stuff to do? In truth, if you've been paying attention, I mentioned the mop. My task is to sweep and mop some places. Now, what I could do is sweep, come back, finish the stream, and then mop after. Or I could just do it in the stream and then just do it. Need to leave, you should do so. I don't have to. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of sweep and then stream and then mop. What are you a fan of, Mikey? Seiko is saying just leave. Why don't you just finish mopping? Because then at that point I'd end the stream. I don't want to have you sit here for like an hour. I'm not gonna do that. I just end stream. That's what I'm saying. And honestly, I think it works out better this way. Because the pacing's been kind of weird. Where it, like, is an investigation. If it's like trial, investigation, end stream, trial, investigation, end stream, trial, investigation. If we end the stream now, the next stream will be investigation, final, trial, which is a lot cleaner. And then the rest are going to be like that from now on. Tomorrow's the last day's Journey stream anyway, for the week. So it works out. Yeah, I said to be short. You've been warned, so it is over. Aha. Okay. Wait! What? What the fuck? What the? I hadn't looked at that number. I had not looked at that number. Bye. No, but why am I cursed? Why does it keep going?